Beautiful souls, I'm just trying to digest this day I have had. Oh my goodness, let me tell you about it. When you are truly stepping into your soul's purpose, and I truly believe the only purpose we all have is to be love and light and share that. Find your own love and light, and when you're full, you can just ooze it out to everyone. That's what I'm doing. I'm feeling called on a bigger level to do that. But just for today, let me tell you what happened. I went out and I was going to put some stuff in storage. One of the things I had was a massage table, and I thought, wait a minute, I have a beautiful, beautiful soul family friend who's been my master teacher in learning energy healing and my Reiki practice. And I know she's expanding her practice. And instead of putting my table into storage, why don't I ask if that's something she could use? And it turns out she was absolutely. And so I happen to drop by. We do an angel card reading, and I get the most profound message about like the river doesn't run and have water for itself. The tree doesn't produce fruit for itself. The sun doesn't shine and produce heat and warmth and love for itself. We are supposed to share these things. And I knew that message, and now it was being read from the angels divinely in that moment. And it was so profound. So then away I go. It gets better. Hang on. I have stuff that I'm going to go bring to a donation place where there's a beautiful center that opened in the town here. And they just take anything and everything. Anyone can go and have whatever is there for free. If you need it, come and get it. And so I've been bringing everything that I can to this place and asking all my friends to like load up the Flexinator because I have such an amazing vehicle that can carry so much stuff. And I'm bringing it there. Well, this time I had a few odds and ends for children, like a trampoline and like a mini one and like a push thing and a beautiful lamp and decorative pictures and all odds and ends. And so I'm going to bring it into this donation place. But there happens to be a young man and his daughter who are about to go in, and they see the stuff I have. And he says, could I have that and offer you like $20? And I'm like, absolutely. What an incredible like moment of an energy exchange where he just couldn't take it as a gift. He had to give a receptive energy exchange. And I just thought, well, isn't this something? This is really beautiful. Well, out comes his mom, who's like a grandma, and she just stops and she sees the granddaughter jumping on the trampoline. And she looks at me, and he turns around and says, she just gave us all this stuff. And she just looks at me and she's like, thank you. And I give her a hug. And it was just the most beautiful moment. I could feel that she needed to be held. And she just said, oh, this is such a good hug. And I said, you can stay here as long as you need. And she's like, I needed this today. Everything is happening for a reason. I'm going to cry. It's so beautiful. And I just held her. And I said, I'm an energy healer, and I know I can see your beautiful light. And she said, things have been so tough. And I said, for all of us, if you, white light, white light. It's been challenging for all of us because we're all starting to realize that we want love and light. We want to live in this every day, in every way. And we're all so done with the density, the heaviness that we've been taught and conditioned to do. To get onto this hamster wheel, to give up all of our divine needs, which we're not even aware of until now, these connections, this love, this exchange with strangers, where you can feel that you're family, that we're one. That moment was so profound for both of us. And she just started to cry a little bit, and I just held her a little tighter and reminded her, and I said, let your heart puke, please. And she giggled a little bit, and I said, we have to let our heart puke, because if you don't let all of that out, how do you make room for more love and more light? Our life has given us challenges so that we can learn from them, but those holes that you feel like have been poked into you left room for the light to come in and shine through. It's so important now that we heal in a way where we know it's safe to connect. It's safe to be vulnerable with each other and truly connect, because there is nothing more important. I'm going to say that from a holistic knowing, Christ consciousness, God center, knowing you know it too. Please tell me you know it too. There is nothing more important than feeling a soul connection to another soul having a human experience. They're not strangers. They're soul family. We're all one, and we're all collectively going through this. We may have different challenges, but it's still a challenge. We're still feeling the same challenges in essence on an emotional, spiritual level. So in this moment, I told her to give me a call, let's connect, and this is what it's all about. And so on I went, and it gets better. Stay tuned. I decide that I'm feeling hungry. I'm starting to learn, like, in each moment, the only thing that's real is the here and now. And I'm just feeling like I want some faux soup. And I decide that I'm going to go to this little restaurant that has the most delightful faux soup. There's no one there. So me and the waitress, beautiful soul, she's from India. And I'm from this is a small town. You know when someone is new. And I said, beautiful soul, can you tell me where you're from? Are you? And she said, I was in Vancouver, but I'm actually from India. And I said, can we get deep? Can I talk to you about what I'm starting to observe? Like, other cultures like India have such a beautiful connection to soul, to spirit, and they have celebrations. And I'm saying this to her, and I tell her, correct me if I'm wrong, please, but I've been connecting with people from all over the world online, and I feel like your culture just knows how to eat authentic food, how to have that connection. You have brother and sister day, I said. Is this not true? And there's every week I feel like there is something that you guys are celebrating. You're always praying and connecting and grateful and aware. And there's a consciousness there and a collectiveness and a unity. And she was like, yeah, you're right. I said, so tell me, you've come to westernized society, which I know that they're trying to spread over there as like, it's the thing to do. You all want to come here for the money. But do you realize, are you missing it? And she talked about, yeah, she said she was, that she almost wants to go home. And I said, isn't there such a higher power, a more intense spiritual, even in nature? I said, the trees, don't you have mountains? And she said, all of it. And the trees are huge. And then I said, I know that they carry wisdom. The older they are, the more ancient they are. They're trees. I've always loved them with my whole heart. Now I know why, because they're alive. They are the root that goes into the earth and sends the frequencies and everything out. Now, if they are old, then they are filled with wisdom. And now I realize why the system is trying to cut down all those ancient trees and just allow these are little ones. These are teenagers. These are teenagers compared to the wisdom that we can have from all the ancients in all regards. Anyhow, so we continue to talk. How beautiful is this? We're like, wow. She said, you're not wrong. And then she said her family came. Now she was in Vancouver, the big city. And her dad only lasted a month. He had never experienced it before, but thought, oh, I get to experience the dream. Comes for a visit, and within a month went home. And I said, I get it. He said, everyone is working too much. Everyone is too busy. There is no time to connect and there's nothing to do except consume. And that's not what we're here for. Isn't that interesting? So no sooner are we having this conversation and in walks a beautiful man, soul brother. And he goes to order a faux soup and I'm sitting at the table having mine and he asks about the size and she says, well, actually you could see, and I go on about how wonderful and healthy it is. And he says, yeah, it's healthy. And I said, well, and you're healthy. I can see that you're shining. He says, I just came from radiation and I'm going home to heal and eat my faux soup. And I said, you are healing. You believe that, right? And he said, I do. And I said, then you're healed. And he's like, I knew I came in here for a reason. And I'm like, this is amazing. He said, and I said, how come you're alone? And so now he's sitting and we're having a conversation because he's waiting for his order. And he said, because I just want to go home. And I said, be in your own energy. He said, yeah, you get it. I said, there's nothing more profound than knowing how important it is to be within your own energy so that you can really get grounded and truly heal from the inside out. And he goes on about how this is such an incredible conversation, how he knows he just came here because he says, I've been having this awakening. I've spent my whole life working. I have this place that I'm building a dream in Mexico, he says. And I just came back. I want to heal. I'm healing. And then he says, I'm going to go back to work so I can finish my dream. And I said, or do you have to? Who says you can't sell everything, let it all go and go have your dream? And he's like, I'm having a bigger awakening now. Why do we do these things? He said, I'm recognizing because I went to Mexico that the slower paced life, the connection, the community, the trees and the nature, and me and the girl, beautiful soul from India, look at each other and we both go, this is what we were just talking about. Now here we are, all three of us now connecting and we're looking at each other like, this is it. This is what it's all about. Look at us looking at each other in the eyes and having this deep connection about healing and the importance of getting grounded and rooted again in what really matters. It was so incredible. And we all hugged and it was just so profound. What an incredible day. This is what it's about. No longer falling for what we know doesn't suit the soul. We're awakening to that. So don't be afraid to talk to strangers, okay? Because they're your soul family that you haven't met yet. This is the honest truth. If you're crossing someone's path, it's for a reason. We have to remember this, that everything is happening for a reason. It's not just a stranger on a sidewalk. It's a soul brother or sister who can have a deeper connection with you in that moment than you may have had with some people who've been on your path your whole life. Because I'm telling you, the moments I had today were were what I want to live for. I know we all want to live for. And I hope that sharing this today resonates with you, lights you up, makes you feel that love in your heart so that you can take that and share it with the rest of the world too. Because this is how we make a change. Be the change. Be love. Love, love, love. And nothing else. And light, if anything else. Love and light. Much love. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. I want to thank right now every one of you. If you're new, thanks for joining me. Don't hesitate to subscribe, leave a comment or question. Thank you to all my subscribers, to my membership, Soul Tribe family members, to everything and everyone that's here sharing this journey so that together we can rise by exchanging our vibrations, and together collectively is how we rise and change the world. One moment, one thought, one vibration, one love at a time. Much love.